Hello everyone, it is Shadowswell and I'm here to present to you guys some more League of Legends action. This time it is going to be Diana, Nautilus, Ryze, Misfortune and Leona versus Vayne, Sona, Jayce, Zyra, and Lee Sin. As you can see, it's about 2 minutes in. Mind you, I'm spectating off of people I've casted before, and it's not a repeat of a same game or anything like that, but just thought I would go ahead and do this because the watch live button's still not there because they did the whole new cinematic for League of Legends, so yeah, this is a thing. Meantime, this is pretty I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, Sona and Vayne is very, very strong, but so is MF and Leona. And Zyra middle. Zyra can go ahead and just get 40% CDR without even trying. Rampant growth gives her 20% CDR. Or no, it's, what is it? One of her abilities gives her, CDR. There we go. Her rampant growth gives her 20% CDR at level 5. And now if she gets an Athene's on League, she's at 40% CDR. But meantime, it looks like Diana versus Jayce up here at top. They did nerf Diana's passive a little bit, but they did buff her shield in a weird way. It now stacks upon itself, and it's just very, very nice. That way, you don't just immediately lose the first benefit of the shield. It just stacks upon itself, which is nice, gives you double the benefit if you happen to, be aggressive and go in before, go in it without taking any damage. It's nice. Nice that they changed it to work like that. But yeah, meantime, I'll just put this on directed camera because why not? Meantime, we see Lee Sin and Nautilus just kind of going at each other here, and I actually have no idea why Lee Sin's trying to counter jungle Nautilus when Nautilus is like, whatever. But yeah, looks like Lee Sin may actually get the first blood here on Nautilus. No, Nautilus is forced to use his flesh, and Misfortune trying to do something to Lee Sin. And Lee Sin right now just trying to be as aggressive as possible. In the meantime, Leona gets the nice stun right there, or nice root rather, and gets the kill onto Lee Sin. And so now Leona's got red and blue, which you don't often see on the support. Especially this early. Nice root yet again right there onto Vayne by Leona. And looks like right now Ryze dies to Zyra. Nautilus gets the kill on Vayne. And wow, Sona just barely survives. Jayce barely survives versus that Diana. And pretty much immediately we got 500 gold difference. We've got a 1 kill difference between both teams. But what matters is the gold between the ADCs right now and the tops. As we can see, it's about 1k difference, or no, 1k, 100 between the tops. Between the ADCs is actually in favor of MF, because she does have 2 assists, but she's a little behind item-wise versus Vayne. Vayne does have a slight CS lead, but then again, MF didn't go back to base until just now. And let's see, that MF has Vampiric Scepter and Doran's Blade, whereas Vayne has double Doran's Blade and a longsword. So, I don't know, tough to call. Overall, about 100 gold difference won't make or break anything right now, just because of how early it is. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here so that we're with live. If anything does happen, I'll obviously slow it down. But we're about 20 seconds or so behind live, so figure might as well. We're really not missing much except a lot of harassment going on, which, it's to be expected, really. And we're about 10 seconds behind, and we're just about at live, and we are now officially at live. Leona just doing a little harassment here and there, same thing with that, same thing with Zyra, just doing harassment here and there to Ryze. But really, bottom is where I want to be focused on right now, but I'm just leaving on directed camera because it just makes my life a little easier. While there's just a little downtime here between, just harassment, stuff like that, no real kills going on, yeah, go ahead and send your League, StarCraft 2, or Dota 2 replays to sgamingtech@gmail.com. That is sgamingtech@gmail.com. There's my email's in the description down below. You can send them to me, because LoL Replay is working again, and I will go ahead and cast whatever game it is to the best of my abilities. So, yeah, just thought I would throw that out there. Don't forget. I'll remind you guys at the end of the video. By the way, we made it to the end of the week. This is the last cast of League for the week. I've already put up 2 Rage videos, and yeah, all next week is going to be Dota 2 games that I'm casting. I've got a top 200 old, some of the Dota 2 games I have are from a League or Dota 2 team that just recently disbanded. They were top 200 in the world though, so that's pretty good, And I got 3 games from them, so yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be 5 days of Dota. Meantime, Ryze goes ahead and dies to Zyra yet again. Is Zyra kind of building support-ish? By support-ish, I mean she's got GP10 items. Which, you don't usually see, but then again, the Cage's lucky pick, alright, that could build into a couple different things. The Philosopher's Stone, not really. Very, very limited item set that you can go with the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know if it's just straight for the GP10 now, or if it's just, to build into something later on, like a Shirelius, that way, Sona doesn't have to. Which I doubt, because your support, you're probably going to get a Shirelius one way or another. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, this is... Ooh, sorry. Casted 3 games in a row, and yeah, it takes a toll on you. But you guys didn't see me cast my, 9-hour tournament that I thankfully got paid for, but yeah, 9 hours straight of talking. That sucked. Oh, sorry you guys hear these strange noises and everything, but I'm thirsty. Gotta take swigs of water every so often. But just a very passive game. Diana's already working towards her Zanyas this early. Meantime, Jayce gets called here with by Ryze. Ryze smartly puts a ward over in that area. I mean, we can see blue team's vision right now. They actually see pretty decent amount. They don't see anything down at bottom. From middle to bottom, they see nothing. Whereas purple team, yeah, they don't have as much warding going on, but they see what they need to see. Whereas the blue team, they see what happens from top to middle, but not from, middle to bottom. Purple team sees, just, again, what they need to the bare minimum. So, it's different. I'm not going to say it's better for one team or the other. Meantime, Jayce may actually die here. Diana jumps right on top of that Jayce, and Jayce goes right for it, and Diana gets the kill on Jayce. Very, very poorly played by Jayce, and very smartly played by Diana. Yeah, she took several turret hits, but you know what? She got Jayce to be overconfident and got the kill. This Vayne already has a Blightwater Cutlass, and MF is working towards a Bloodthirster first. I'm gonna have to give the edge right there to MF just because she'll have a higher HP leech percentage, I guess you can say. Like, she'll steal more percentage versus Vayne, but Vayne does slightly more damage. A nice flash right there by Sona to get out of MF's ult. And wow, we got Nautilus coming down here and just showing himself regardless. And Nautilus right here is going to try and go in onto somebody, or at least scare them away. And that tower is going to take a little bit of damage. Not too much though, but it's going to take enough. Does the purple team know that? Yeah, actually, yeah, they do, because they have a ward right there in the bush. But the purple team definitely needs help right now. Lee Sin coming down here from the lane, which is probably the best decision. And he's going to go ahead and scare Nautilus and, scare Nautilus and F out of the area from over here. So Jayce right now has a Brutalizer. He has his Chair of the Goddess, which is already at 200 mana, or 200 bonus mana. As I said, Diana has her, Seeker's Arm Guard working towards the Zhonya's, but in the meantime, Zyra gets another kill onto Ryze. Very good for her. Nautilus has Spirit Stone and Boots. That's really about it. Lee Sin has pretty much the same thing with the Kindle Gem. Let's see. Between the middles, Ryze is working towards the Rod of Ages, and he has the Chair of the Gods as well with his Sorcerer Shoes. Zyra has a Chalice of Harmony, Philosopher's Stone, Cage's Lucky Pick, and Boots. Between the ADCs, MF almost has her Bloodthirster, and Vayne is working towards a Blade of the Rune King first. And both of them, actually, MF doesn't even have her level 1 boots, whereas Vayne does. But it looks like right now the blue team is going to go ahead and take Dragon and give them the gold lead now for the first time in the game. But wow, this Diana comes in and gets the kill on Lee Sin. Oh no, Lee Sin goes in and jumps in 4v1. Very poorly played by Lee Sin and feeds Diana another kill. And then between the supports we've got, a Sight Stone on Leona with the Philosopher's Stone. And for Sona we have Philosopher's Stone. But Jayce did go ahead and take the tower out up top, which will even it up in a pretty decent way. And there's the Athene's Unholy Grail for Zyra, which I said, we'll give her, the 20% or 40% CDR, which is the cap, when she does get level 5 Sprout. Or level 5 Rampant Growth, rather. Which looks like she's just going to stick with level 1 for now. Can't say I blame her. But, meh, it's alright. Ooh, sorry. But now Vayne, what is she going to get? We got the Sight Stone coming in here for Sona. Whereas Leona's already at the Ruby Sight Stone. And Vayne's just about at the Blade of the Rune King. Missing about 400 gold. MF has her Bloodthirster already. Has level 1 boots, and I don't know what she's going to be working towards now. I would have to assume maybe an Infinity Edge. Just because that's the next thing that makes sense. If anything else. Meantime, Jayce still doesn't have his boots. Diana has hers. She has Sorcerer Shoes. Nautilus has his Spirit of the Ancient Golem. And Lee Sin doesn't really have anything of note right now. Nice ult right there by MF. It catches all of them down at bottom, but doesn't actually kill anybody. In the meantime, Vayne gets the kill on Leona right there. And Vayne may get the kill on MF here. MF gets the kill on Lee Sin. But actually, Vayne gets the kill on MF, and that's going to give Vayne the Blade of the Rune King. So she could actually port back to base, get her Blade of the Rune King, and come back to bottom, and both Leona and MF will be back at bottom. Or she may have to just go ahead and just push this tower in even more. But now it looks like she's going to go ahead and port back to base, get her Blade of the Rune King, and then come back bottom. Meantime, Nautilus and Diana are going to go ahead and take the tower tower out up at top. And there we see Vayne gets her level 2 boot, she gets Berserker Greaves, and she gets her Blade of the Rune King. Jayce still with no boots. I don't know if I agree with that or not. It looks like he may actually catch Nautilus out here. Meantime, Zyra still gets another kill onto this Ryze. And I just don't know. I think Ryze might be throwing it here. The blue team definitely has the gold advantage right now, thanks to Dragon, as well as, taking out an extra tower. Well, taking out a tower. Whereas the purple team is only taking out one tower, and they don't have Dragon. So they're behind in global objectives, but they're heading just regular hero kills. And MF is leading the CS count versus Vayne. Looks like MF may actually go for a Zeal first and go for Phantom Dancer. Again, we'll have to see. Zeal would actually make a logical choice as well. Fell down to either a Phantom Dancer or into a Static Shiv. Either way works. Might go for the Phantom Dancer for the, avoiding unit collision, which, hey, creep blocks suck. We've all been there before. Jayce now has his Mana Mune, which almost is full. It's about 300 mana behind. Meanwhile, Vayne trying to get something done here. Vayne dodges out of the way and gets hit by MF ult, and MF kills her with that ultimate after Leona popped her ultimate right underneath Vayne as well. So definitely nice play, and the blue team now is about 900 gold in the lead. Obviously doesn't help that Diana and Ryze are pushing middle, and Ryze finally has his Rod of Ages, and Zyra still has really just her Athene's Unholy Grail, and that's it. But that is really all she needs. And I really hate that Jayce says YOLO. Like, that's just a big pet peeve. We have a nice pull right there by that Nautilus. However, it doesn't actually get Jayce dead. It was nice though, got him to, just back out. And Sona and Lisa are going to have to back out here because they don't want to die to MF Leona. And now Nautilus, and soon to be Diana as well. Lisa actually gets caught out right there and jumps right onto that Sona with the... Well, what is that again? His safeguard. And Lisa right now just trying to, slow somebody down here. Meantime, Zyra comes in here, tries to get something done. You got Ryze going after Zyra. Got Jayce finally getting a kill here, gets it on Nautilus. Zyra with the ultimate and actually doesn't hit anyway. Zyra gets the kill on Leona though. Diana gets the kill on Jayce through all of this. And Ryze may actually survive here. Ryze actually survives. MF gets the kill on Sona. And Diana now is running away from from Vayne and Zyra. But I mean, it's Vayne. Vayne's gonna get the kill on Diana because Night Hunter, or what is it? Bounty Hunter? Night Hunter. I was right the first time. Meantime, Ryze gets the kill on Lee Sin, and very good for him. Zyra should go ahead and push middle now, take that tower, while this Vayne goes up against that MF. And Vayne could actually just take MF out here. However, MF gets a crit and gets a crit or two in and winds up winning just because Bloodthirster gives a lot of lifesteal. Gives 18% lifesteal. It's a lot. 18% lifesteal, 100 damage, and there's her Phantom Dancer. She goes right from having the dagger and the dagger and brawler's gloves to Phantom Dancer, because why not? And the blue team now is going to go ahead and take Dragon out yet again. Or at least they're posturing to do so. They take out the ward that was put there by the purple team, and now they're just trying to get something going here. Lee Sin jumps in onto that Leona and does a little damage and then goes right back to his Sona. Jayce right now trying to, do some sort of damage, do some poke. Sadly though, this isn't ARAM where, Jayce's Q after going through the, acceleration gate is almost a guaranteed hit on a champion. It's very hit and miss. However, nice work by Zyra catching Leona out there, and Diana gets the kill on Zyra, and MF gets a nice ult going right there. However, Vayne gets the kill on Leona, Vayne also gets the kill on Nautilus here, MF gets the kill on, onto Lee Sin, Ryze gets the kill on Jayce, Diana gets the kill on Vayne, and Ryze gets the kill on Sona. That is an ace for the blue team. Very good for them. And this is why you don't judge a Ryze. Especially one that knows to get both AP and mana. You know, the Rod of Ages gives him AP and mana, which is double dip for him. He's now working on Tear of the Goddess, or he's working on his Archangel Staff to get the, what is it again? The Seraph's Embrace, which again is double dipping for him. So very, very powerful Ryze right now. Very powerful Diana as well. I would assume she's working towards an Abyssal Scepter because that makes most sense now for her to get. Lee Sin, he has his Spirit Stone, but really nothing else. And Nautilus right now, he has a Runic Bulwark, he has his Boots of Mobility, and the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Zyra now has her Zanya's. She also has still the Cage's Lucky Pick and the Philosopher's Stone. Vayne still has Blade of the Rune King, and she's now working towards, I want to say, a Infinity Edge. As I said, you know, Ryze is about to get his Seraph's Embrace, and there we go. That gives him just a bunch of AP. Let's see, that is 60, that's 153 AP, plus, you know, all of his abilities do extra damage based upon his mana. Like his Q, for instance, does 160 plus 98 from AP, plus 201 from his mana. His E does 96 from his AP and 31 per bounce from his mana. And then his, yeah, that hits like a truck, his Rune Prism. 147 from AP and 143 from mana. That's bananas. But in the meantime, this Sona has her Ruby Sightstone now, whereas Leona still kind of has the same items. You know, MF now is working towards, I'm gonna say, Infinity Edge now, because there's no reason why you would get a second Bloodthirster. I don't think they stack anymore, at least. And let's see, that Jayce is about to have a Muramana any second now. Yeah, in about another 12 spells or so. So he'll have his Muramana relatively soon. And, you know, really there's nothing different. You know, this Ryze taking a ton of damage for his trouble. Same thing with Nautilus. Nautilus actually backing out here. Meantime, Ryze gets the kill on Jayce. Nautilus gets ulted right there by Zyra. And Nautilus will actually get away here. Meantime, this Zyra trying to, you know, survive here. MF gets a nice ult off. Meantime, actually she didn't get a nice ult off. Ryze gets a kill on Vayne. And Zyra trying to run here, and Ryze gets a kill on Lee Sin. And this will actually be GG here, because only two left alive are Sona and Zyra. And Zyra gonna go ahead and back out here behind enemy lines. Meantime, Diana and Ryze are just pushing middle. And quite literally nobody's there to stop them. You know, yes, Sona and Zyra are there now, but, you know, Zyra really can't do much. Like, she can do some stuff. She can, you know, she can prevent them from attacking the tower for long enough to survive. And looks like this Jayce is working towards a Last Whisper, which pretty standard item. And yep, in about 3 more spells, he's gonna have his Muramana. There's 3, and there we go, his Muramana. So nice for him, but you know, I don't necessarily know if he's ever gonna activate it, because a lot of people tend to forget rather. However, a nice knockback by Jayce right there on Diana into the tower. Nautilus gets a nice grab right there, and he's gonna take a couple of turret hits, and nothing too major. They'll both get away from that, you know, with relative ease. Actually, I don't know why Diana's here. She doesn't have her Zanya's anymore. She used that to survive, and there we go. Now she's... Wait, is she seriously not going? She flashed in? What? Meantime, yeah, Diana gets the kill barely though onto that Jayce, and Ryze comes in now with his Iceborne Gauntlets. Yeah, that Ryze is pretty fed. He is 6-4 now. Doesn't matter that Zyra killed him, you know, a couple of times. It really doesn't. You know, once Ryze gets his ultimate and gets Spell Flux level 4, he's pretty beastly. I'm just saying on that one. You know, Zyra didn't do a good enough job shutting him down. You know, gotta like for that Ryze. Meantime, Ryze is gonna go ahead and get the kill right there onto Vayne as well. He also got the kill on Lee Sin. Leona gets the kill on the tower over here, and I don't know, this Ryze is gonna go ahead and back out here because, you know, smart thing to do. But, you know, not really much that can be done at this point in time by the purple team. They can defend as best they possibly can, but, you know, really what's going to happen here, MF gets the kill on Jayce right there. Meantime, Naut comes in here trying to get something done, or, you know, at least scare them. Meantime, Zyra goes in and roots just a couple of them, not a whole lot though. And Ryze actually didn't go back. Zyra gets the kill on Ryze finally. She gets a double kill actually with her passive. Gets the kill on Leona as well. Leona got the kill on Zyra. Zyra gets the kill on Lee Sin, and that was going to be a dead tower in about 2-3 seconds. There we go. The only ones left alive are Vayne and Sona, and they really can't do much versus Diana, MF, and Nautilus. Diana now has her Abyssal Scepter, which I called. She has her Stinger, which will be going towards a Nashor's Tooth, which is a pretty standard item to get on Diana as well. And yeah, let's just see. Ryze now, he's working towards an Abyssal Scepter as well. Nautilus is working towards I don't know what. There's the Infinity Edge for MF. She's working towards I actually don't know what now. Maybe go for Guardian Angel or Last Whisper. Either one first and then get the other. And then she'll pretty much be full build. Leona has pretty standard support items. She has the Iron Spark, or Locket of Iron Solari. She has her Shirelia's Reverie, her Mercury Treads, and her Ruby Sightstone. Versus the, let's see, just comparing, you know, supports real quick. Sona has Ruby Sightstone, Mercury Treads, Chalice of Harmony, and Philosopher's Stone. Vayne right now has Blade of the Rune King, and that is it. She's got a Berserker Greaves, a BF Sword, Pickaxe, that is it. Zyra has a Rabadon's Deathcap, a Zanya's Hourglass, and has an Athena's Unhallowed Grail, and actually looks like Vayne just went ahead and got the Infinity Edge as well for herself. And Zyra is still with those GP10 items. Lee Sin right now, he's got his Ninja Tabby, Iron Spark, or Locket of Iron Solari, and still has his Spirit Stone. And Jayce has his Muramana, his Brutalizer, and that's really about it. Meantime, nice ult right there by Zyra catches everybody out. Jayce gets the kill on MF during all this. Vayne gets the kill on Leona, and that, wow, Zyra gets the kill on Nautilus. This is just a lot of stuff going on right now. Ryze is trying to run away here, and so same thing with Diana. Diana gets the kill on Lee Sin right there. Diana also gets the kill on Jayce, and Zyra gets the kill on Leona. Or, no, Zyra gets the kill on Diana. And Ryze juking the bananas out of the purple team here. And he's gonna get away. I actually don't know why he's going ahead and going after this tower. But hey, you know what? More power to him if he can go ahead and get the tower, which he actually does manage to do. Meantime, now Leona's up for the blue team. Nautilus is up. MF's about to be up, and then Diana. So very, very back and forth game now. You know, the blue team is certainly head in kills. They're up by 9 kills. They're also up by 8k gold, roughly. And there's the Last Whisper on Jayce. And I don't know what he's doing with this Brutalizer. Is he going to be building that towards a Ghost Blade, or is it going to a Black Cleaver? And Sona gets a Crucible. Yeah, I don't... Meantime, Zyra gets the Void Staff, which... That's pretty good. You know, more AP, and that gives her pretty much full magic... yeah, magic percentage reduction? Magic resist reduction, rather. The percentage. And she still has her Cage's Lucky Pick, which can be built towards something. Ooh, sorry. It's just, yeah, this is going on for quite some time. Meantime, Lee Sin gets caught out right here. MF gets the ult off, but only for a few seconds. MF gets the kill on Lee Sin here. Zyra gets an ult off, but it actually catches nobody out there. And yeah, that's a bad ult by Zyra, but it's only like a minute CD, a little more than a minute. So she'll have it up relatively soon, but not soon enough. The blue team's definitely just taking advantage of this now. And Jayce is going to go ahead and have to try and do something here with his, just ability to switch between stances and everything with his hammer and his bow. But in the meantime, Vayne gets the kill on Nautilus, Diana gets the kill on Jayce. Vayne gets killed right there by MF. Now Sona's trying to run away here. Zyra gets killed by, Zyra gets the kill on to Leona and also gets the kill on MF. And wow, Zyra gets the kill on Ryze as well. So now only one left alive is that Diana, and she dies to Zyra. But let's just look at the purple team's base right here. This inhibitor's under attack by super minions. This inhibitor's down, and the top lane is being pushed. There is literally nothing at this point in time the purple team can do other than defend to just try and stay in this game. They can go for Baron because nobody on the blue team's alive, or nobody on the blue team's close. But we do see that the blue team would know about that because that ward is there, but it's going to be up relatively soon. About another 10-15 seconds or so. Now actually the blue team being very, very gutsy here, going for Baron, and this might actually be what ends the game here. If they can get a good engagement on, if the purple team can get a good engagement on Baron, Zyra ult comes in here and Zyra dies to Ryze, but Ryze gets killed by Zyra right there during the midst of everything. And Baron doing a ton of damage to just about everybody here. Lee Sin going after that Leona, and Leona doing the same thing. Vayne gets the kill on Leona, MF gets the kill on Sona. MF also gets killed by Vayne right there. Diana gets the kill on Jayce, also gets the kill on Lee Sin. And wow, Nautilus gets the kill on Vayne. That is an ace, and there's nothing now that the blue team or purple team can do to stop this push coming in. And I don't know why Diana is trying to go ahead and solo Baron. But it doesn't look like it matters anyway, because closest one to be up is going to be Zyra, and she's up in 10 seconds. She may be able to help keep the Nexus alive for another 30 seconds or so. But there's going to be two lanes of super minions heading towards her base in about 4 seconds. And there you go. And now Diana and Nautilus are going after Baron right now, just to give their team even more gold, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter all that much. The entirety of the purple team's up alive now, and they're going to go ahead and just prevent the game from ending for as long as possible. I mean, let's just take a look at the items really quick. Diana now is working towards, I would have to guess, a Rabadon's Death Cap and a, let's see, a Relish Crystal Scepter. Nautilus has very, very standard jungle items. He has his Runic Bulwark. He's got his Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Let's see, Ryze has Iceborne Gauntlets, has Rod of Ages, has his Seraph's Embrace, an Abyssal Scepter, and he's got his Hextech Revolver now. MF has an Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, and has a Hex Drinker. Leona has Shirelia's Reverie, the Locket of Iron Solari. She has her Ruby Sightstone and Boots, as well as the Philosopher's Stone. Versus the Let's Whisper, Muramana, and Boots of Jayce. These standard support items for Lee Sin. Meantime, during all this, Nautilus gets the ult off onto that Zyra. They want Zyra dead. It looks like they don't even need to try and focus her. Zyra gets the kill on Nautilus during all of this. And let's see, Zyra gets the kill on Nautilus, MF gets the kill on Zyra, Jayce gets the kill on Leona, and yeah, this is pretty much just going to be over. I don't have to call anything else. Because the only one left alive right now is Sona, and there's really nothing she can do versus, that Ryze. And there we go. That's... I have nothing else to say other than that was a very good game by both teams. Just the purple team got outplayed. Lee Sin was 0-12-18 versus the 2-5-19 of Nautilus. If they had, if the purple team had gotten better engagements, they could have won. This could have really gone either way. So, well played by both teams. And don't forget, guys, to send your replays for League of Legends, Dota 2, or StarCraft 2 to sgamingtech@gmail.com. There's, something you can cut. My email's down in the description below. You can copy and paste it. And, yeah, I'll go ahead and cast everything to the best of my abilities. How you get your League replays is download LOL Replay from leaguereplays.com. And, yeah, it just records your games while you play them. It records it in. You can have it, set to spectate, record in spectate mode, stuff like that. And, yeah, send one of the modes to me and I'll cast it to the best of my abilities. Hopefully spectate, though, because the other one has a tendency to bug out. Anyway, that is it, guys. That is me done for the week. My name has been Shadows as well, and I will talk to you all next time.